Hi everyone, hope you are doing well. In this video, we are going to scope down the requirement for our e-commerce platform. This video is a part of a series called as Software Engineering Bootcamp, and as a part of this series, we have built multiple things, right from setting up Git, setting up Java, setting up end-to-end CI/CD pipeline, setting up login with Google, where you go to the website and then you can click on login with Google and you will be able to log in, and setting up everything on Azure. So this is the playlist which you can watch. And in this video, what we are going to do is to scope down the requirements so that we know what we are going to build. So let's quickly get started. So this is what we are going to talk today, that we are going to build an e-commerce platform. And it's very important to talk about the requirement analysis, that what exactly we are going to build. So it's very simple that people should be able to search for a few things. Imagine just like any other e-commerce platform. If you go to a website, you should be able to search for the things. So people should be able to see the list of available items in the homepage. So initially we'll not even have lots of features, lot of items in our catalog, maybe 50 or 60 items, which people can just list and see. And then people should also be able to search for the item. So let's say if I want to buy iPhone 12, so I should be able to go and search for it. You see, the first feature is able to list all the item. The second feature is to able to search for the item. The third is you should be able to add item to your cart. So let's say you have items in the website and the people should be able to add items to the cart. By the way, there is one important thing which we should also talk about is the persona. So whenever we talk about any task or any design, we should always talk about the persona, that who are the people for them we are building the system. So if you have that persona in mind, it will become easy for us. So for example, the persona one is a customer. So customer is not a technical person. They just want to come to your website and buy stuff. They are the customer. So the requirement is very simple in terms of customer. For the admin, the second persona is the admin. So admin could be anyone who is a little bit of expert. So I can expect that the admin should be, it's fine to expect an admin to write a database query or a postman calls. So those things I can expect a little bit from the admin, but definitely not from the customer, right? I can't ask the customer to write some DB queries or make some postman calls. So those personas, although they sound very simple in this example because it's in a very nascent stage, but always think about the persona. So that's one thing. So we were talking about the persona. Here you see that the persona of a customer should be able to see the list, the items. They should be able to search for the items, and then they should be able to add item to the cart, that, hey, I want to add iPhone 12 to my cart. And then there is one more thing. They should be able to add multiple item to the cart. It should be possible for me to add two iPhone 11 and one, let's say, iPhone charger, and then maybe one. So I should be able to add multiple items to the cart. And then there's a order management thing, that I should be able to place the order. So we are not going to talk about payment initially because our website is in a very nascent stage. So what will happen, we'll deal with the payment in the offline mode. So what will happen is that people will place the order, then we'll call them and then we'll give them the payment details and they will pay. Later on, when we evolve our product, we'll include the payments as well. So if you see this workflow, there are many places where you might be able to think about various scenarios, but that's not what we are going to handle. We'll just handle the positive scenarios for now. And as and when our product evolves, we'll think about the more complex scenarios, like how many days a person can keep an item in their cart and so on. So initially, not all those things are needed. And the persona two is an admin. Admin should be able to add inventory. I should be able to update that, hey, I currently have 12 units of iPhone and let's say 10 units of iPhone charger and maybe 20 mouse and 30 keyboards. So those things I should be able to add in the catalog. And it's fine to expect them to write DB queries. That is pretty much okay. And then order management as well. So customer should be able to see the order status, that, hey, what are the orders placed today? And then I should be able to update the status, that let's say 10 orders are in pending state and then a few orders are shipped and then a few orders could not be fulfilled or cancelled and few orders are returned. So those things should be able to the admin should be able to see and view. And here the expectation from the admin is that the admin is a little bit of technical person, not very much, but they are able to run the DB queries, run Postman collections, and so on. So we'll leverage that. We'll not build a very hi-fi UI for the admin, or we might not even build any UI for the admin. But what we'll do is that we'll build something very simple for them. And for the customer, we'll try to make the experience as good as possible. And the non-functional requirement, so the functional requirement is the paramount requirement. That is, this is something which we cannot compromise with. So that's the functional requirement. And the non-functional requirement is very simple to start with, that we'll start small, but the scale should be extensible in the future. So initially you can imagine that we'll have maybe 1,000 orders per day, and that's it. But later on we might have even more orders. So we'll start simple, but then it should be extensible for the future. Here, one more thing I want to keep in mind is that I'm not going to use advanced technologies like Cassandra or so. I'll try to keep it simple. And only when things are needed, only when things get very complicated, and only when I want to have advanced concepts, only in those scenarios I'll include them. Not that they are not needed, they are needed, but for the sake of tutorial, we'll start simple. And we'll try to extract as much as we can from, let's say, a simplest database or simplest technology. And only when we are not able to solve everything from that simplest technology, we'll move to the advanced topics. So yeah, I think I was clear with the functional requirement in this video. In the upcoming video, what I'll do is that I'll talk about the high level requirement, a high level design. That how do we think about designing the APIs and designing the database, etc. So that will come in the next video. But here I just wanted to talk about the personas, functional requirement, so that we are clear that what we are going to build. So that's it from my side for this video. Till the next time, bye.